This is Suitcase Psychic Fatima. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. We're gonna do a pick a card reading all about the next 5 to 10 days. So choose whichever pile resonates with you the most. And if you enjoyed this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Share with anybody that you think could benefit from this reading. So every week I will be doing a pick a pile reading of 5 to 10 days. Thank you so much for joining, and let's get started. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Suitcase Psychic Fatima. So we have another 5 to 10 day reading for you. So I'm going to have you choose between these 3 different aces. So we have the Ace of Swords with the Ghost Tarot. We also have here the Ace of Wires, which is the Ace of Wands with the Neon Moon Tarot. And another Ace of Swords. And this is just the regular holographic Rider-Waite Tarot. So I'm also going to be shuffling on camera and pulling a couple cards for you, okay? And these are going to be added messages for the week ahead. Hope everyone is doing well. If you need to book a reading, the link will be in the description box below. You can also message me on Instagram. That's suitcase_psychic. To book a reading. Tarot starts at $65 a reading. So let's see. That's going to be pile 1, and I'll adjust the camera as well in a moment. Pile 2. Pile 3. Some of you might have peeped pile 1. I don't know if I'll be able to crop it out, but you might have seen your surprise already. That may be a message in itself, okay? Maybe some of you are knowing what to expect next week, or something will be revealed to you, okay? Also going to pull some cards from the Angelarium deck for each pile as well. Giving them a good shuffle. This is going to be for pile 1. Pile 2. Pile 3. Okay. And I feel like the Angel of Snow for the overall energy. Okay. Someone here is facing some kind of dark night of the soul, some kind of upheaval. All right, let's see. Okay, so these are your 3 piles. Pile 1 with the Ghost Tarot. Pile 2 with the Neon Moon Tarot. Pile 3 with the Rider-Waite Tarot. Go ahead and take a moment. You can pause the video if you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, hello pile 1. If you chose the Ace of Swords from the Ghost Tarot, this message is for you. So let's go ahead and see what we got here. Ace of Swords and Paradise. Happiness and joy, playfulness, enjoying each other, honeymoon phase. Okay, sorry if it's a little blurry. I'm not sure why the camera does that, but a little hard to focus. That's why I'll read them to you as well as we go along. Okay. We also have Raziel as your Angelarium card. Angel Mysteries. Ooh, interesting. Didn't I say something was going to be revealed? Because you might have peeped the Paradise card. Ace of Swords too talks about truth or something coming to the light. Swords talk about communication. Think of the air signs because they're affiliated with air signs. So Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. All about clear communication, being very precise with their words, so forth. Let's go ahead and pull some more cards. Spirit in the highest good. Why the Ace of Swords? Why the Ace of Swords? What is coming up in the next 5 to 10 days for my pile 1? Give it a good shuffle. I just heard some of you might also be hearing from an old friend. So it might be a message. Some of you might get a phone call from them. Okay, we have the 5 of Wands. Could be dealing with a fire sign. Okay. Or an air sign. The 4 of Pentacles. Which talks about holding on to something. The Magician as your overall energy for the next week, as well as the 2 of Cups for the outcome. All right, so we have the 5 of Wands, the 4 of Pentacles, the Magician, the 2 of Cups, and the Tower card. Definitely a secret is being revealed here, or something is being shed to light. I feel like it's, I mean, energy can go either way, but I do feel like there is a feminine energy that is coming forward and revealing something to you. Now, this could also be your energy. Perhaps there's something that you need to talk about with someone or reveal something to someone. Maybe a conversation that you've been putting off, or maybe even I'm also hearing maybe wanting to ask someone, maybe you wanted to ask somebody for a favor and you don't know how to approach it. Possibly like borrowing money, for example, something like that along those lines. Let me see. What else does pile number 1 need to know about the week ahead? Spirit in the highest good. Tell me about the Paradise card, Spirit. Tell me about the Paradise card. I heard a spontaneous trip. Okay. I don't know why. I'm going to look into that. I also remember I heard earlier that you may be getting a phone call from an old friend. It's possible that somebody may be wanting to visit you and may be communicating that to you this coming week. So yeah, you definitely don't see this coming. Okay, so the 5 of Swords usually talks about somebody being sneaky, doing something behind someone's back. But because there's a rainbow here, I feel like it's a positive thing. Somebody's maybe planning a surprise for you, or vice versa. Or you're going to take a surprise trip and it's going to kind of shock people. Now, I want to look into this Tower as well, because that feels very significant of a major change. 2 of Pentacles. And the 5 of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay, let's see. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles. When I split the deck again, your last 2 cards here, we have the 8 of Pentacles. And we also have the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, this feels like an old friend, a family member, somebody that you care about. It doesn't feel romantic. It could be an ex, but I feel like you guys would be on good terms and it would be platonic. But there's definitely some chance of somebody coming and there's going to be a reunification, and it definitely feels unexpected. Now, if this isn't somebody coming towards you, you may be planning to go towards them. If this hasn't happened yet, because it does feel quite unexpected or quite like a surprise, expect it, or expect word of it within the next 5 to 10 days. Maybe even some of you might just plan it, or you may hear from someone around that time, okay? The reason why I got the Paradise card, as I pulled these cards to look into it, again, reminds me of some kind of trip, travel, a good time, somebody coming to see you. Again, this rainbow makes me think it's a good time. Any place where there's a lot of rainbows could be significant, or beaches, or being by the ocean or the water. I heard Mexico, Jamaica. For some reason, I know it's cold there, but I heard Canada. Maybe someone is from the cold, because remember we have the angel of snow as our overall energy for the week. So maybe some of you are escaping the cold if you're from a cold climate. Okay. So let's see. Or maybe if you live in a warm climate, someone is escaping the cold to visit you. Angel of Mysteries again with Raziel, something you don't see coming. He even has his finger up to his mouth saying, shh. It's a secret. And feels like a blessing, maybe. Maybe some of you really, really needed this. I feel like this is going to be a really short and to the point reading. Yeah, you have the 10 of Pentacles. That's a great card. You may be taking the whole family with you. Yeah, there's children in the sun. One last thing. The 9 of Swords, I definitely feel like you're escaping something that has been troubling you. And this is going to be, this adventure is going to be very healing for you. So that's what I have for you, pile number 1. And I hope you enjoyed this reading. If so, please like, share, comment, share it with anybody you think may benefit. And I hope that you have a great day. Remember to follow me on Instagram, suitcase_psychic. And please message me if you're interested in a tarot, Arabic coffee reading, crystal ball reading, or any other services. I also offer mediumship through Original Botanica. And I also offer past life readings, past life regression, and I also offer group readings. Everything is virtual. And for a full list of my services, go ahead and visit my Instagram page or contact me directly. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy. Bye-bye. Hello, pile 2. If you chose the Neon Tarot and the Ace of Wires or the Ace of Wands, this is your reading. So we're going to go ahead and check your 2 other major cards. So we will start with this one, Death. The relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform. What is dead is dead. Okay, so I don't want you to freak out when you see the Death card. It doesn't necessarily mean that somebody is dying. That's not exactly what the Death card means. It's a transition, okay? Ending, leaving the old behind and shedding that behind in order to bring in something new. You have Zadkiel, Angel of Mercy. Oh, I already see where this is going. Okay, what's dead is dead. The relationship is over. Now, this doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. This can be platonic. It can be work-related. It can be a situation that you're in that you're putting an end to. It can be anything. But we're going to tap in and get a little more information, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the Neon Moon Tarot and see what comes up. So Spirit in the Highest Good, please let me know what comes up for pile number 2 in regards for the next 5 to 10 days. What is it that they need to know? We'll start with the Ace of Wands. Why the Ace of Wands in the Highest Good? Why the Ace of Wands? Let's see. And I just pull intuitively, and then I'll read what I feel like reading. Kind of a chaos reader, so bear with me. Not as neat as some of the other YouTube tarot readers, but we got a thing going here. So, and I'm going to stop there. Okay. And I do feel like I need to call out the bottom of the deck. We have the High Priestess, which is number 2 in this deck. Okay. So I feel drawn to these 2 cards first, and then we're going to go from here. You have the 6 of Arms, which is the 6 of Swords. Okay. You have the 4 of Zent, which is the 4 of Pentacles. You have the High Priestess, which wants to come out here. The Five of Vials, which is the Five of Cups. The Fool. The Five of Wires in reverse. I felt it reverse, so I'm going to pull it reverse. The Moon in reverse. Okay. Page of Vials. And the last two I'm going to pull for now are the Six of Wires, which is the Six of Wands, and the Apprenticed of Zent. This is the Page of Pentacles. Okay. Take a moment to tune in here. So I asked why the Ace of Wands and what you can expect in the next 5 to 10 days, okay? So right off the bat, with these cards coming out here, I definitely feel like there's going to be an end and a transition into something. Remember, we picked the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is literally about energy, transforming energy, transmutating, basically like a magician. The magician card carries wands in order to create something out of thin air, something out of nothing. So you are leaving an old situation, person, or even a feeling or stagnancy about yourself behind in order to transition to something new. Some examples, and examples only, would be if you are ending a relationship, you know it's toxic or you know it's not working anymore and you need to get out of it, you are possibly making this decision in the next coming days. Okay, another example, if you are working at a location and you've been thinking about leaving for a while and now finally you've decided to, that's it, I'm going to quit. Or, you know, maybe something was let go and you're like, that's it, I'm moving on. There's also this. Now I have the Angel of Mercy here, which like to me makes me think of somebody asking for forgiveness or forgiveness, having mercy on someone, trying to understand someone's point of view or someone's situation. Because I feel like if you're leaving a situation that caused you a lot of pain and that was very toxic, remember we have the Angel of Snow, so something that was very cold, it does make me feel like it's going to be really hard to offer forgiveness or to move past it. The Angel of Mercy card is showing me that regardless of the situation, and I know it's easier said than done, forgive either the other person, the situation, yourself, whoever it is, whatever it is, in order for you to move on. And if you're not ready to do that, obviously nobody is going to force you. That is just a suggestion from Spirit that it's time to let go of everything, let go of all the heaviness, let go of everything that has been holding you back, including the energy from that person, that place, and so forth. I actually feel like using the maracas again. Pal 2, you have a lot of heavy energy and I feel for you. I feel it in my heart. I feel sad that you're feeling this way. You've been holding on to a lot of pain, possible resentment. And yeah, I'm so sorry that you're dealing with this, but let's look into the rest of your cards, okay? Because death talks about transformation. It talks about rebirth. When something dies, something new grows and blooms out of the ground. You know, so I definitely feel with a lot of these sixes to me are transitional cards, that you're definitely getting out of a situation and you're moving into something better. And with the High Priestess card here, I feel like that something better is you. It comes from you. Now, there may be, like with this Five of Cups, like some sense of loss. It says you lose. The Five of Cups talks about regret. Sometimes can be guilt, having to leave something behind. Okay, or not feeling like you accomplished something or you left something unfinished. But remember, we have the Death card, so it feels like that with that card, it's inevitable. This was meant to happen. But you know what? This transition is making you feel victorious because you have the Six of Wands. It's a really, really powerful card. It's the victory card with the High Priestess there. So you may have thoughts of like, yeah, I could have done better, or like, I missed this place, or I missed this person. But at the end of the day, you're moving on. You're doing what you need to do in order to move on from that situation. And it's really, really powerful. The Six of Swords is about moving on. The Four of Pentacles is about holding on to something. So that's actually kind of a contradiction here. It's almost like you're moving on even though maybe you didn't want to go from something. But then once you finally did it, it's a sense of freedom, but also tied with like also looking back. Because I look at this 4 and this 5 here, they're right underneath each other. So again, the Four of Pentacles talks about holding on, and the Five of Vials talks about like regret or losing something. So there's a sense of loss here, but you may need to have mercy on yourself and forgive yourself, because this situation was going to end regardless. And you made the best decision, or the best decision was made for you, and you're doing what you need to do in order to move on, okay? In order to get to calmer waters. You have the Page of Pentacles, the Fool, the Five of Wires or Wands in reverse, and the Moon in reverse. Okay. So yeah, with this Fool card, you're definitely stepping into something that's unknown. Some of you might be starting a new project, a business venture, or I definitely feel like if you don't own your own business yet, you may be thinking about that, or you may be starting that, or you may be focusing more on your own business or a talent or hobby that you're really good at. It's definitely something that you're taking a chance here with the Fool. And perhaps with that Four of Pentacles, you feel like maybe it doesn't make enough money, or maybe you're afraid of letting go because maybe something was more stable. If this is a relationship, whether it's romantic or platonic, maybe there was some sense of stability or comfort in that situation. And now you're like, now I have to rely on myself with the High Priestess and the Fool card. Like, and there's maybe some wonder if like, can I really do it? But you know deep down that you can. You have the Six of Wands, which is the victory card. And a side message I'm getting from Spirit, some of you may have children. I believe I have the Page of Cups here. Can indicate a small child or a child in general. And for some of you, only take the message if it resonates. Maybe this is a side story. So maybe this is a story where maybe you had to take off of work to take care of a family member, or leave a job because of some kind of situation at home, so whatever the situation is, if there's a young person involved, you're stepping back and taking care of this person, and you're wondering if you're making the right choice. And if that is your story, then yes, Spirit is saying you made the right choice. Now, if that's not your story, then take the story that resonates the most. The 3 major stories I'm getting are somebody is leaving something behind in order to start something new. And it feels like they're taking a chance. It's a little bit scary, but the situation that they're leaving was abusive and toxic, I'm hearing, in its own way. And you're moving into calmer waters. And you're relying on yourself more and your own energy. So this can be either business, work, family, relationship, even somebody you were friends with, maybe you're letting them go. And this could also be, and so I know it's actually more than 3 stories, but the message stands. Those are the topics and the energy is the same. So what do you need to let go of? Or what are you letting go of in order to make space for something greater? What changes do you need to make in order to be more self-reliant? Or care for someone who needs that extra attention? Can you do it on your own? Yes, you can. Is it going to be challenging at times? Spirit is saying yes, but not in the way that you think it is. It's not going to be as bad as you have in your head. Okay, I hope this made sense. If you need any additional information, please be sure to follow me on Instagram. That is suitcase_psychic. And if you would like a reading, it's $65 per reading. That's where it starts for tarot, and that's for 1 full spread. I also do mediumship readings through Original Botanica. I also do dream analysis and interpretation, coffee readings, and a lot of other services as well. Crystal ball readings, group readings, all are virtual or local depending on if you're in the area and depending on my schedule. So go ahead and like, share, comment. I would really appreciate it. It helps with the algorithm. If you feel like anybody else can benefit from this message for the next 5 to 10 days, go ahead and let them know about this reading, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye. Hello, pile 3. If you chose the Rider-Waite Ace of Swords Tarot, this is your reading. So let's see what we have here. In the next 5 to 10 days, ship, cutting ties, moving on, receive what you need, progression and arriving. Azrael, Angel of Death. Wow. So pile 3, you may be called to pile 2 as well. So if you felt drawn to pile 2, I recommend going back and watching both piles. There's probably a message in pile 2 for you as well. Okay, so let's get started on your reading. And I hope all of you are having an amazing day today. So we are going to use the Rider-Waite Tarot, a holographic version of it. And I'm going to ask Spirit in the highest good, why the Ace of Swords, and what is coming up in the next 5 to 10 days for you, okay? So, Spirit in the highest good, please tell me, what does my pile 3 need to know about the week ahead? Messages in divine love and light only. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit. So I also feel like using my maracas to kind of shake out the energy before I start your reading. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Hey. Oh yeah, definitely if you were drawn to pile 2, I would watch that as well. Same cards, some of the same cards came out. We have the 7 of Wands. Some of you are standing up for yourself here. Let's see. We have the King of Swords. Wow. You have the Ace of Swords and the King of Swords, and cutting ties and moving on. Swords are about having sharp wit, sharp tongue, cutting things out. With that ship card, cutting ties, so forth. Let's see what else. Yeah, some of you are cutting something out of your life. You have the Hierophant. You have the 10 of Pentacles in order to get something better. The Chariot. Wow, yeah, moving into something better. I just heard moving into calmer waters. Some of you may actually be moving, like a physical move overseas. Only take that if it resonates. Okay? And leaving something behind. Okay, let's see. You got another ace. You got the Ace of Wands, which was pile 2. So yeah, definitely watch pile 2. And you have the 5 of Cups in reverse. So let's see. You're making an important decision next week. You are deciding whether or not you should move towards something by letting something else go. And it feels like with this Death card here that you are letting go of something. You have the Ace of Swords, which is cut and clear communication, saying what you mean. The Angel of Snow, remember, which was the overall energy for all 3 piles for the next week, talks about coldness. And in your pile specifically, I feel 2 things. One, that this is going to be a blunt and quick decision. Something that it's almost going to be just like clear, cut, and dry. Like you are sharply deciding. That is the energy I get with the Angel of Snow. I'm also feeling that with the Angel of Snow, perhaps this is a decision that is actually taking place, even though we're reading about the next week and a half, that is somewhat taking place during the winter time. Or if it's a move, for example, you're starting or you're planning next week, you've decided, and then maybe the actual move will be in the winter time, December specifically, into January is what I'm hearing. So not too far ahead. So with the Seven of Wands, definitely some kind of conflict with other people. The Seven of Wands talks about being strong and standing up for yourself, but also feeling a bit overwhelmed because you have to battle all of these other wands and you feel outnumbered. So there may be people who disagree with you, what you're doing, or disagree with how you're doing it, or what your approach is, or disagree with you, just your behavior. They think you're acting cold. Maybe you're cutting someone out of your life and you're like, I'm moving on from this. Or maybe you're moving on from a job, person. It could be anything. Okay? Or physically moving. Somebody maybe doesn't want you to leave. You have the Hierophant. You are done. You're done taking orders from other people. You may even, because I'm seeing the Hierophant as you, this archetype as you, not somebody else. But you may also, Hierophant talks about contracts. So you're either breaking off a contract and signing a new one, or just signing a new contract. Contracts can be anything from court documents, can be a work contract, can be a marriage. It just can be also a spiritual contract that you have with a person. Like you're done with the karma, you're done with that spiritual tie. You're cutting that off. Okay. You also have the Five of Cups. It came out in reverse. So Five of Cups talks about guilt, talks about sorrow, reminiscing, and it also talks about grief. And in some cases, it can talk about regret. So when it's reverse, this shows me that you are kind of suppressing this energy. So you don't want to feel this way. You don't want to think about it. So instead of dealing with it and facing it, you're trying to, with this 10 of Pentacles, which is a very happy and fulfilling card, you're trying to push it out of your mind because this is the life that you want. You want this 10 of Pentacles. And you're not dealing with whatever this grief is right now. You feel like you need to keep moving. This is a lot of fast moving energy. We have the King of Swords here and the Ace of Wands. Fast moving energy with the Chariot. So yeah, this actually, and I'm hearing a side message for timing. In the next 3 days from when you watch this, you may have already made a big decision. And I do feel very strongly this is tied to a move. For some of you with that ship card, it could be overseas. For others of you, it could just be to another town or city, or you're moving different job locations. You're definitely leaving something behind or someone behind, and you don't have the time or energy or emotional stamina to focus on it right now. Your goal is to keep going, to keep pushing forward. You're going to have a lot of mental stamina next week. You may be a little exhausted. So Spirit is saying to make sure that you take care of yourself. And yes, you can continue to push because I do feel like this is something you need to do. You do need to, yes, go for it. Just keep moving on. But check in with yourself when you're starting to feel low, when you're starting to feel sad, when you're feeling like those feelings are coming back to you instead of brushing them off. Spirit is saying to find a way to work through them. Journaling is coming up, talking to a friend. Some of you, it may be hard for you to open up. And I'm definitely getting that energy. Talking to someone is very difficult. But Spirit is also saying if you talk to somebody that you don't know very well, perhaps like a therapist that doesn't have any kind of bias or connection to you personally, you may actually feel a little better. Okay? Now, that's just a suggestion. I am not a doctor, disclaimer, but I did want to bring that up. If you ever feel like you need to see somebody, please do. A professional. Okay, so very short and sweet and to the point, pile number 3. A lot of these readings were really, really to the point. If you have any other questions, feel free to drop them in the comment box below. Let me know if you enjoyed this reading, and the questions, if you have any, please let them be tied to the reading itself, specifically to the general reading. If you like more content, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram. That's suitcase_psychic. I offer all kinds of readings, including mediumship readings through Original Botanica. And then my personal readings are going to be regular past life readings, past life regression through originalbotanica.com. I also do Arabic coffee readings. I do tarot starting at $65, so feel free to DM me if you're interested in booking. I also do crystal ball readings, which are great for Halloween, and a bunch of other services as well, including remote viewing. I make candles, oils, bath salts, bath bombs, and other supplies to help you on your spiritual journey and your path. I'm also in the progress of making a few tarot decks, so keep an eye out for that as well. And if you enjoyed this reading, please like, share, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and take care.